So for today's video, we'll be taking a look at Clive Barker's Tortured Souls, Talisac, made by Todd McFarlane. A scientist hired by General Montefialco, Talisac was a thin man who willfully experimented on himself and others. He suspended himself by his mouth from hooks and had made an artificial womb made for himself for birthing Mongoloid. Unstable and addicted to numerous medications, Talisac believed he was bringing forth another virgin birth. Mongoloid ate him. Alright, let's take a gander at Talisac. So as you can see from the lore, he is a scientist who I'm assuming he did this to himself, because I think that's because they said that he wants to experience pain and stuff, but it's pretty gross. And this is another one of the figures that I had for like a long time, but this one is actually my uncle's. He gave it to me because his daughter was too scared of it, so he was like, "Graham, I got to get rid of this," and he just gave it to me. But it's another one of those figures I've seen growing up for like a long time as a kid and being mesmerized by it because like they just look cool. I think so. I grew up like watching horror movies and stuff, and I think that and this is what added to me loving like gory stuff. Not like gore videos, but like movies and stuff like that, and more gory action figures like this. Such a cool figure. So he did come with me broken at the time. Like a lot of these chains, I kind of had to like low key refurbish him. Like a lot of these chains were like popped, like snapped off from that, so I had to like rebend it back and stuff like that. It's still pretty cool, and I'm happy I have him in my collection. You can see he's like hanging from like this metal or plastic, but in this reality it would be like a metal pole, and he's like hanging, but not only by his face, but by this big old hook right here that's just slicing inside of him or like stabbing inside of him, he pretty much has nothing else besides these like limited BDSM, you know like compared to everybody else he has like hardly any BDSM, which I guess because he's in my head canon he's done all of this to himself, so that's where he didn't really do as much because he thought like he was like, oh, I'm gonna do it like this, I'm gonna do it like that, I don't know. But yeah, you see some chains just pierced to his neck. You see some of his flesh like seared off, And look at that. This looks brutal. And that's where the hook is coming through. And like I said, it's older figure, but this would have been a bit longer, but it broke. As you can see, like his skin and stuff like that, like it's just peeled off from the side, even his arms also. And this is like his blood sac. I mean, it's like blood. I think it's being fed the tube through the tubes and stuff. But look at that. We'll take a closer look at that also. Right there. We'll take a closer look at that. We'll do it in a minute. You can see his knees been skinned off also. And like you can see, I like how his feet are like contorted in a way where it shows that he is like in pain because that shit does hurt, So that I could see that like being like a thing where he's like, ouch, oh. I wonder if in this moment does he regret it or is he happy that he's feeling this type of pain? I don't know because I mean it doesn't feel like regret in that face. Like his face is stretched out, but it doesn't feel like regret. And I like how they detailed like this tongue and the teeth in there. See, the other eye's pretty much gone, so that's the only eye he has. But like you see all that this goriness, and like his skull and stuff is just popped out. So cool. It's a closer look. And like I said, I had to refurbish this, so you see right here, I used a because it's look. Here's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to have like little wheels. I could get a closer look. It's supposed to have little wheels on it, But I got this all broken and stuff, so I had to use. I think this is the Marvel Select Colossus figure. Came with like a. All right, I'm back. So my microphone died in the middle of me explaining this, but yeah, it was the Colossus Marvel Select figure, and it came with like a X-Men Battle Room thing. I don't know, but yeah. So I used the bottom of that to add to this. I don't know, fix it so it sounds more stable. And another thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add like an extra pole right here to hold this up because it's only being held by pretty much this little plastic thing. This is all it's being held up by, which I don't really like. I don't trust that. As you can see, it's like constantly tilting a bit, you know, which I don't like. So yeah. And as you see, I already took that off. So I didn't know my microphone died until like I was done with the video. So I gotta go back to do this again. But yeah. So the egg, as you can see, can come off. Here it is. As you can come off. As you can see, it has nothing under it. It's just a hole because he did all this for this little baby, as you can see. And the baby does come out. Boom. As you can see. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. I like the way this little thing. It's pretty squishy, like squishy plastic. But yeah, it's like rubber. As you can see its ugly mouth. It's like screaming. And eyes are so black, which is pretty crazy. You see, like you can see where he starts. Like, see his legs are right there, and then he kind of curls up to right here. You know, so he's like this. And he actually has a toy of himself also, which I'll put right here. And whenever I do get him eventually, we'll take a look at him. But yeah, so yeah, just him as a kid, him as an adult. So yeah, pretty crazy. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you like, comment, subscribe if you want. Have a good one. Peace.